Hi everybody. Hope you're doing well today. Sorry I missed you all yesterday. I had some things come up, but I'm happy to share a cool book with you today. The book that I have is called A Stone Sat Still. A Stone Sat Still by Wenzel. A stone sat still, with the water, grass, and dirt. And it was as it was, where it was in the world. And the stone was dark. And the stone was bright. See the owl? And the stone was loud. Look at that. There's a bird cracking a shell for some food on the stone, isn't it? And the stone was quiet. What is that on the stone? Do you see that? I see someone sitting quietly on the stone. And it sat where it sat, with the water, grass, and dirt. And it was as it was, where it was in the world. And the stone was rough. Look, to the slug, the stone seems rough, doesn't it? And the stone was smooth. Oh, to the porcupine, the stone seems smooth, huh? And the stone was green, red, purple, and blue. And the stone was a pebble. Look, to the giant moose, the stone seems like just a small pebble, doesn't it? Because the moose is so large. And the stone was a hill. To the small insect, the stone seems big, doesn't it? Yes. And the stone was a feel. The raccoon likes to touch it. And the stone was a smell. The fox likes to sniff it. And it sat where it sat, with the water, grass, and dirt. And it was as it was, where it was in the world. And the stone was the wild. And the stone was a home. Look, those little critters live there, don't they? And the stone was a kitchen. That's where they get their food and eat it. And the stone was a throne. Ooh. And the stone was a marker. And a map. And a maze. A danger. A haven. A story. A stage. And the stone was a blink. And the stone was an age. And the stone was an island. And the stone was a wave. It's covered up with the water now, isn't it? Look at this. It's all covered under the water. The stone is underwater now. Looks like stormy seas, doesn't it? Stormy skies, too. And the stone was a memory. Look, it's gone. The stone is down under the water now, isn't it? It's gone from our sight. And the stone was always. Have you ever known such a place? Where with water, grass, and dirt, a stone still sits in the world. Now look, it's underwater. It's down on the bottom of the ocean, isn't it? The end. I hope you liked that story. I like that story a lot. And one of the things that I noticed in the story that I think we as human beings sometimes might not see certain things in nature like stones or rocks as very important. We just see, oh, just looks just an old rock. And I think it's important for us to try to remember that even though we don't see it as anything important, you never know what that little rock or branch or a log or even a leaf or a mound of dirt might look like to another living being. It might be their home. It could be something that's very, very important to them. So I want you all to remember about the stone that sat still when you're out in nature, and try to remember to respect every little thing in nature, even things as simple as the rocks and branches and logs. And remember to try not to disrupt things that we don't have to, because we never know when something that just seems like an old rock to us might be something very important to a living creature out there in nature. And the other thing that I liked about the story was how the rock was many different things. It was many different things over time into different animals, wasn't it? Some of the animals used it for shelter. Some of the animals used it to stand on, right? They used it for all these different things. And then eventually, as the earth changed, the rock went from being a rock out on the ground, up here where we see, to being a stone underneath the ocean, didn't it? And now it can become something important to a totally different kind of animal down under the water, can't it? So I hope you all enjoyed that little story today. I've got some other fun books that I'm going to read to you very soon. I'll try to come back on tomorrow and share another one with you. And you all just remember about the stone that sat still next time you're out about in nature. And try to remember to respect every little part of nature and just to leave things as we find it. A lot of the hikers like to say to take nothing but pictures and leave nothing but footprints. And I think that's a pretty good rule for all of us when we're out appreciating nature. Okay, I hope you all have a good night, and I will see you again soon, okay? Bye-bye.